Hello, hello, hello. Who's all here? Hi, Saint. I just realized the new border is I uploaded the wrong border. 1 second. That's not what we're supposed to have here. We're supposed to have it with the icons. There we go. Okay. So yesterday we were continuing the streams of the Smeargle team, and we're just going to jump right back into that again today. Right. Yeah, I'm good to go on my end. So we're just gonna jump right back in, ignore the wrong name. So this pretty much looks like a standard Calyrex like Pelipper team, and then we see the Iron Valiant, and it's like, okay, okay. So probably Wide Guard and or Quick Guard there. Saint, well, if you want to like send me the team, I can try and figure out what to drop for Torkoal for you. Okay, so probably a Water Shifu to go with the rain thing. Sun feels pretty meh here just because a lot of stuff is going to resist it. But there's no fake out to worry about for once, so that's nice. So I think we can go... Yeah, Twitter's fine. So I think we can go Calyrex Smeargle. And... like Raging Bolt Ursaluna. And we should be fine there. Alright, so we got Wet Urshifu and Calyrex. So we're going to take a slightly riskier play, and we're going to go for a Trick Room, Water Terra, and we're going to decorate the Smeargle, because I don't expect that they would follow me this turn. Yeah, they just switch out the Ogerpon. There's no reason for them to follow me here. Vic's Voice, thank you so much for the follow. Absolutely, you can ask me about Rush. They are my favorite band, and I love them so much. Okay, so Surging Strikes and Smeargle, whatever. Not a whole lot we could have done about that. Now we got our Raging Bolt. Oh, that's awesome. You say finally, but to be fair, I only just started streaming. This is only my 3rd week of it. So I'm guessing they'll probably be locked into that Surging Strikes, and there's probably going to be a wide guard. So we're just going to go ahead and Thunderbolt, and we're going to high horsepower there. Oh, just protect. That's fine too. Detect and protect. Okay. Okay, this time I think now they're less likely to wide guard because wide guard can actually fail after that protect. Or they might not know that. So we're gonna go for the Glacial Lance to get some damage into the Pelipper, pop its sash if it has a sash, and we're gonna Thunderbolt the Urshifu to take it out. Switching the Pelipper into Calyrex. Okay, that makes sense. Switching out Urshifu, that means that's Ogerpon coming in. So Ogerpon is about to get toasted. So funny enough, this team really has no way to deal with my Calyrex. The best they can really do is close combat on Urshifu or like Weather Ball. Oh, Keely, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, everybody. Wow. Keely, I just sort of got online. I didn't realize you were streaming. Thank you so much. So, hi everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Progatog, or you can call me Ruby. I really, really like Trick Room, and this channel is all Trick Room all the time. Seed Bomb? Wild! That's crazy! Let's see. How much turns out to Trick Room? 1? Yeah. So we're gonna Glacial Lance, and we're gonna Thunderbolt the Urshifu. We're not super concerned with their Calyrex yet. We want to take out the Urshifu more. Can we live that? Yeah, we can. I thought we could. So, the Pelipper is Calyrex. Calyrex has the Seed Bomb to KO me, and I think it still needs a crit. So, I'm gonna Protect. And gonna Thunderbolt their Calyrex. Yeah, Protect from the Pelipper makes sense here. That is bulky. Okay. Kodak Zach, thank you for the follow. Also, Vic's voice. I'm sorry, I missed your message about asking about Trick Room and Reg G. I have run Trick Room exclusively in every time I've played double battles since Diamond and Pearl. Okay, we're gonna have to gamble a bit. So we're gonna Trick Room Calyrex and I doubt their Calyrex is min speed. Um. There has to be some amount of gambling involved. Let's Hyper Voice. Yeah, I should have protected. Oh well. I was very close to clicking protect. If we live this, I'm gonna be very annoyed that I didn't protect. Okay, we didn't live. Didn't matter. The first one crit, so I wonder, and that one did half my health. So I guess it was a low roll crit, and that was like a high roll. But yeah, Calyrex is. I mean, at the beginning of the format, it was kind of like you would either have your min speed Calyrex, and you would have your like 70 or so speed Calyrex, and it was usually just those two. Yeah, Vix. CIR is Ice Rider, and CSR is Shadow. I more know them as just like Cali I and Cali S. Oh, we're fine. We're always fine into these teams. So we go Calyrex, we go Smeargle, we go for Ridgeraff, and against this version, I'd say Torkoal. So now we have to play our favorite game of, is that Ridgeraff going to try and turn off Trick Room? I'm gonna go with no. We're just gonna Trick Room and we're gonna follow me. If it's running the standard set, the Ridgeraff doesn't have Helping Hand, so it can't OHKO me with Discharge. Which means they shouldn't be able to take out Calyrex. Okay, so there's the Electro Drift. And what's Ridgeraff doing? Oh, it's Volt Switch, sorry. If that's Brian Hands, we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, cool. So they went for the foul play. So my opponent's probably going to try and fake out here. What we're going to do is... We haven't shown them for a draft, so we're going to switch Calyrex to for a draft. And... Terra, Fire, Eruption. Should guarantee a kill into the for a draft. If Iron Hands doesn't Terra, it should do a lot to that as well. And then like the turn after this, we can go like Helping Hand, Eruption. We should be able to sweep from here. I'm guessing they're not scared of the Torkoal because they have Fake Out. What did I say, guys? Vic's voice, this is how we are running Trick Room and Reg G. There was a time during Scarlet and Violet when I started really getting into high tier competitive that I was considering dropping Trick Room as like my main shtick. But I remember watching a Wolf video where he was talking about like different archetypes and stuff, and I'm sorry, I can't. I can never remember when people ask. I can never remember which video it is. He's got so many, but when I've talked about one person who's like, no, I've seen the same video, so I know it's true. Wolf and I know a few other players have said that like Trick Room is in theory the highest skill ceiling archetype because you can do so much with it, but it's such a headache to play correctly, and you have to jump through hoops a lot of the times. Like, look at this ridiculous damage output. Sorry, guys, I'm just answering a quick text to my wife. Because I've already got this game in the bag anyway. That was a bit of damage. Just a bit. Only 2 turns of Trick Room. Guys, I don't know if we got this. This is pretty scary. Ooh. What? Ah. That was a nice jump up. And then we'll listen to Zoo Nimona 2. Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny. What are we gonna do with you, Danny? That's a Kyogre, Pow Knight, King Gambit. Well, we can do this, and we can do this. Do we need Decorate for this team? Kinda. Yeah, we'll go for Smeargle for a draft, Raging Volt, and Torkoal. I don't think we actually need Calyrex here. we just don't really need it. I mean, a team like this, you don't. We actually have a lot of games where we don't bring Calyrex. Feels like a +2 Torkoal or like a Terra Fire Torkoal or a Terra normal like Ursaluna. It basically is a restricted at that point. So we're just gonna go right into the Trick Room, and actually we're gonna Terra Water here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have run Lilligant that way, but I've made a couple videos about it. That's been a thing for a little while though. Yeah, we're gonna Terra and Decorate. Okay, the Terra was the call. Oh, Outrage. I was greedy. I guess I should have gone for Follow Me. Are we just cooked already? Maybe. We can get one clean hit off. The Dragonite's locked into Outrage. I just don't know if we can do anything with that. We're gonna Follow Me and Heat Wave. The reason we're going for Heat Wave over Eruption is Dragonite should be a 2-hit KO regardless, and we're gonna get Fish for the burn onto Shenpao to take it out. Yeah, I played pretty recklessly turn 1. But that's how a lot of my Trick Room games tend to go. I try to play, if I can afford to play recklessly, I tend to. And I felt like I could take more things. Throw Chop, I guess, was also unexpected on the Shenpao. The more I think about it. I was playing around like Ice Spinner. Yeah, we're not really coming back from this, but we'll try our best. Missing the Shenpao of the Heat Wave didn't really help. Hopefully we can take an Ice Spinner and we can get a burn with the Heat Wave. It's pretty sketchy. Oh, okay. I mean, we still lose, but at least that's funny. Okay, King Gambit. And yeah, there's the Kyogre. It doesn't feel like we can win this, but I suppose if we like crit Thunderclap and like hit Heat Wave and burn, maybe. But Kyogre's probably Grass Terra and we just lose. They might not have Grass Terra, but if I'm expecting a Grass Terra. Okay, so they definitely don't have Grass Terra on the Kyogre. So Thunderclap crit, maybe? Silphu play? Nope. I mean, this was a closer battle than I expected, but if we didn't miss that heat wave, it would have been way better. Unfortunate. It's not like ringing Calyrex would have made any difference in this set and like how this went. Q, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, these teams have been like annoying but not unbeatable. No worries, Aqua, thanks for stopping by. So we definitely want to like lead like this. And I think we need Ursaluna here. And also, I think we have to go Torkoal just because of the Zamazenta. The Zamazenta is probably going to be Grass Terra, so we just have to like play into Torkoal, but play around Pelipper. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we're gonna Trick Room, and we're gonna fake out the Shenpao. Because it's more scary than the Incineroar by a mile. I think we can survive that. Or not, that's okay. What? I know there's the Sword of Ruin, but that doesn't normally give him enough damage to kill. Okay, sure. I guess next time I see Shenpao and Incineroar, I'm just gonna Terra. We have no way out of this game now, so we're fine. It's whatever. I'm so confused, because knockoff, normally when it knocks off my goggles, deals about 50% to 60%. Sword of Ruin would give up to a 30% damage increase, roughly, how the math works. So, we should have survived just barely. Having some weird games tonight, but we're still going. Stream's just starting. Going for at least another hour and a half. Okay, so Iron Hands, a lot of slow bouncy stuff. See, okay. The double fake out. We are going to switch in for Ridgeraff and decorate that slot. Okay, so fake out and Will-O-Wisp. I guess it makes sense. So I had to fake out one thing. And, so now we're going to Terra because of knockoff. And we're going to Psyshock the Iron Hand. Or I think now is actually a pretty good time to Trick Room. So we're going to Terra, Trick Room, and we're going to decorate again. Okay, so they went for the Smeargle. We get to decorate. I doubt they're going Wild Charge for Ridgeraff, because they're usually Grass Terra or Ground Terra these days. Oh, I'm blind. I keep looking away from the screen and missing important things. So now we're +4. Incineroar is not going to likely be able to do a whole lot. Yeah, we got knocked off already. So we're going to Psyshock, and we're going to follow me. Iron Hands is probably going to go before for Ridgeraff, and it's just going to fall apart. Okay, so now for a Volt Switch. Let's see what they're switching into. If it's a Mungus, it's going to be really funny. Okay, it's Flutter. Still really funny. Oh, it's stashed. Okay. Oh no, we died to our burn now. That's lame. Sash Flutter. What a shame. So we're gonna Dragon Pulse the Incineroar in case they switch to Iron Hands. And we're gonna Glacial Lance. Actually, based on what's on their team, yeah, well, Dragon Pulse and High Horsepower, actually. Flutter's probably gonna Protect. Or Switch, okay. But being Iron Hands switching in is more acceptable. We get Wisp, but honestly, Raging Bolt might be able to carry the rest of this game. depending on what their last Pokemon is. If it's Terapagos, we might even be able to because of Snarl. So I'm going to send out Flutter, we're going to see what it is now. Okay, it is Terapagos. So we're just going to start snarling. And we'll go for a high horsepower into Iron Hands. It's probably going to fake out. Yeah, it's just a little guy. Okay, so they hit Raging Bolt, which I suppose makes sense. Meteor Beam from Terapagos. Okay. We live barely. Not looking super great, but hopefully we can get some good damage into the Iron Hands. It's got yeah. I think my mistake was not leading for Ridgeraff. Alright, that's another one done. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Now we got as high as 300 for this team. We can do better than this. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? We got Mimikyu, Meowscarada, Lucario. What is going on? Oh yeah, Mimikyu's cool. I think we're gonna leave the Calyrex Ursaluna actually, and bring like Raging Bolt Torkoal. Like, I think it's like the first game we haven't brought like Smeargle or Ridgeraff. Oh, Saint, 1 second. I have to link you. I have to link a relevant YouTube video that I used last night that I don't know if you were here for. This is what we think of Lucario. We're gonna Terra. We're gonna Glacial Lance, and we're gonna Terra Ursaluna and Hyper Voice. I think Mimikyu might try to Trick Room or something like that. And like, we can kind of just 2-tap both of these. Oh, Curse Mimikyu. Okay. Well, it's still gonna die. Kind of surprised Masquerada wasn't Sash. Oh, I love Curse Mimikyu. Because there's an Amoonguss that we're not concerned about because we outspeed it. And it's Rapagos. We're gonna Glacial Lance and Hyper Voice and just hope. If they Terra, they Terra. If they don't, they don't. That's sort of the situation we have to be in right now. Let's see how much this does to Amoonguss. Respectable. Okay, so we went for this 4, which is pretty not surprising. So it's leftovers to Rapagos. We are going to go for Raging Bolt. And we're going to keep Ursaluna in and just let it die so we can get a free switch into Torkoal. We're going to Snarl, and we're going to try and protect. Doesn't matter, because we'll stay asleep this turn. There's going to be the Terra Starstorm. Let's see what Amoonguss does. Is he going to try to put me to sleep, or is he going to Rage Powder, or like Pollen Puff? Okay, he goes for Rage Powder. That is perfectly fine. That does nothing, and that's before a Snarl. Easy. Okay, so now we're going to bring in Torkoal, and we're going to Dragon Pulse, or Draco Meteor, whichever it is we have, the Amoonguss. Yeah, Dragon Pulse. We're going to Dragon Pulse the Amoonguss, and we are going to Weather Ball Terrapagos, because Eruption won't... We might not even survive the Terra Starstorm. Or actually, we should because of this Snarl. Ice Beam? Wild. Let's see if this Weather Ball kills. I don't know if it does. It's probably very bulky and doesn't. That's okay, because now we can Thunderclap it. It did like nothing with Ice Beam. Actually, it did nothing with like Ice Beam anyway, so we Thunderbolt. And we Weather Ball. There we go. We're not scared of no turtles. We are not scared of no turtles. Oh yeah, we threw straws at it and like 6-pack rings and all other sorts of environmental garbage. Oh wow, another Trick Room team. That's pretty close to a mirror. We'll just be the better Trick Room team. It looks like we're gonna have to be super concerned with Fake Out. So we can do Smeargle. Like, there's a Fake Out on Palmot probably, but who cares? That's the idea. We're just gonna be better. That's great. So we're gonna Terra, Glacial Lance, and Decorate. Because my opponent probably is gonna try and set Trick Room, or be fine with me setting Trick Room, but we don't really care. Based on how many teams I've seen that are similar to this, I'm actually thinking that might be a Min's Feed or Shifu. I'm assuming they mean like Showdown Ladder, Queen Fluffy Shadow. So Dark Terror, Wicked Blow. Do we survive? We do! And now we get to Decorate, and let's see how much damage we do. No worries, Saint. Okay, so they went for Trick Room. Let's see a Torkoal. So bear in mind Calyrex is +3. Okay, so Calyrex. Okay, we're gonna follow me with Smeargle. I should know. We don't outspeed Oranguru. So we're gonna Wide Guard and Glacial Lance. That makes sense. We are +3, so like obviously we're not gonna OHKO the Calyrex, but we might do half. Okay, they did go for the Glacial Lance. That's good. Now let's see how much our Glacial Lance does. Just under half. That's fair. So now they're less likely to click Glacial Lance because they've seen Wide Guard, and they still haven't seen Follow Me. So now is when we Follow Me. And if they click Glacial Lance, it's not a huge deal. Okay, so they did go for the high horsepower. Good stuff. And we now know it's a speed tie. And their last... Why wouldn't they bring Torkoal? I'm so confused. Okay, sure, we win. Easy. Why wouldn't they bring Torkoal? For a Trick Room mirror. So I've been meaning to set up like a soundboard for my streams, and this particular stream is making me want to set one up like so much more. I want to have like that would have been the perfect time for like the godlike announcement from like League of Legends. Just taking every kill. Calyrex is taking names. That was short, right? Flow. Well, well, well. If it isn't another Calyrex team, sorry, if it isn't another team that Calyrex can just sort of go hog wild against. I'm not even concerned. Like, I'm not concerned with any of this. Like, Rillaboom seems like it would bother me, but if they lead with Rillaboom, we can just go like Trick Room Decorate, and they can only stop the Trick Room or the Decorate, but not both. Okay, so we got Flutter Mane and Groudon. And not super bothered by that. So we're just gonna... I would have liked to be able to Decorate, but we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna follow me and Trick Room in case of taunt. And actually, I'm gonna Terra, because the last time I went follow me Trick Room, we also saw Eruption, Terrafire, Groudon. So, just in case. Oh, okay. They're like, no thanks. Follow me on the Shadow Ball. And oh my god. Easy win. Sorry, I was muted. We're gonna take a quick break so I can use the bathroom and grab a snack. So I am gonna run a couple minutes of ads. I hope you all don't mind. Pardon me for just a few minutes. Alright, we're back. That battle bumped us back up into the top 2,000, and we're gonna keep going. Alright, that's quite the gap. Top 114. But we can beat that with this pretty handily. So I think I'm going to go Friddrath and Smeargle, Calyrex, and Raging Bolt for the Terrapagos. Or Torkoal. Yeah, we won't be able to brute force it possibly because of screens, so I think Snarl for Terrapagos is a good idea. Alright. What do we got, Mr. 41? So we're going to see a taunt from the Flutter. So we're in a Trick Room. And we're going to follow me. I'm calling a taunt from the Flutter. Oh, Icy Wind. And they didn't pop the Sash. Important detail. So they went for Spirit Break into Smeargle, got the crit, and then the fact that the Icy Wind missed is actually huge now. So we're gonna get off Trick Room. Okay, Speed Rising on Smeargle is kind of unfortunate. But I feel like they're more likely to attack the Farigiraf slot instead of the Smeargle slot since we just got Trick Room up. And True Purple, thank you so much for the follow. They're definitely not going to Shadow Ball there. So I feel like at worst, we get Calyrex in safely. At best, we get Calyrex in safely with a Decorate. So True Purple, how are you doing today? How did you find our little cozy stream? So they withdrew Flutter, that makes sense. That's fair enough. Happy that your browsing brought you here. So we're gonna bring in Farigiraf actually, so that they can't like priority hit us. We don't know if this Grimmsnarl has screens. So for now, we're just gonna Helping Hand Glacial Lance. I can almost never play in the Tommy Tuesday tours because I'm off work on medical leave right now, but I work evenings, and the tournament starts like 2 hours after my shift. It always seems like so much fun though. I want to get more into the grassroots scenes, but there's nothing really, even with me being off work, I still sleep during the day and I'm awake at night, and then I have to go drive my wife to work, and then I'm home at like 11. It's not even about the time commitment, it's about like when they start. Okay, so it's an Electro Terrorbolt. That's gonna sting. But let's see if they actually have Reflect or not. Because if they don't, I think the Grimmsnarl dies. Okay, no Reflect. Huge. I think we can take that hit, at least one. Two as well. Like, I think we can take a Thunderbolt here. Into the Farigiraf is interesting. I guess they wanted to be able to priority me. But I think they just threw the game that way, actually. Because we know Flutter's not sashed. And now we know, like, they can't Terra if Rillaboom is in the back. It's probably Trafficos. But now Trafficos and Rillaboom, neither of them can Terra and be useful. We have our Raging Bolt in the back to deal with whatever else they have. Yeah, this Terrapagos. Thank you, Purple. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to meet you. Hope you can catch me some other time. I stream pretty erratically at different hours of the day, so I'm usually available to catch for pretty much anybody at least once or twice. So I'm slightly more concerned of like a power gem or a meteor beam than I am of anything else, because the raging bolt can actually like hurt me. So we're gonna go for Glacial Lance and Psyshock. And we're gonna Terra Water just in case of Meteor Beam or Power Gem from Terrapagos. Okay, so switching out the Raging Bolt. That's fine. They're just sacrificing the heck out of this Flutter. Like, they don't care about the Flutter Mane's existence. Easy one-shot into the Flutter, and Terrapagos resisting stuff usually doesn't take more than like 10%, 20% of HP with that Terra Shell. Look how much we just did to that thing. Dark Pulse into Fur Giraffe? We don't care. So we're under Trick Room, and that means my Thunderclap would actually outspeed their Thunderclap because we're like pretty low speed. If they're not Assault Vest, the Thunderclap should kill. If they are Assault Vest, they shouldn't be able to KO my Calyrex. So Glacial Lance plus Thunderclap, we should be good. Okay, that looks like Assault Vest. How do we do here? And we live, and we get the KOs. Once again, Calyrex gets every kill because it's Calyrex. We just get the clean sweep. And that was against somebody who was 114 on the ladder. So that should give us a pretty good jump upwards. We'll keep going. Yeah, we just jumped off like 700. Joshua VGC. What is that? Okay. Now this is a game where we play weirdly, for sure. I think we'll bring like Torkoal in the back, Actually, I think we'll start with like Raging Bolt, Calyrex, or Raging Bolt for a Giraffe. And yeah, with Calyrex in the back, and Torkoal in the back. No Smeargle. This should be fine. There's a lot of things that like defend each other from our threats, but we should be able to handle it. The biggest issue is actually the Araquanid. Miraidon and a Rockwooded. So one thing I like about this Raging Bolt on this team is that we're Grass Terra instead of Fairy, so we can pretty cleanly Terra and bolt the Araquanid or Draco Meteor the Miraidon, or Dragon Pulse the Miraidon. So yeah, we're actually gonna do that. And they have their own for a draft, right? Yeah. And we're gonna switch our for draft to. No, we'll keep it in. We're going to Trick Room. So they're not going to Terra, which means it will die to Dragon Pulse. Or it should. If they Draco Meteor the Raging Bolt, we're fine. Protect on the Araquanid, so it's a good thing we didn't Bolt there. Bolt switch into Rhydon. Yeah, so you see, they expected us to Fairy Terra. Pelipper's fine. You don't super care about that. Our bigger concern is what the last Pokemon is. I'm hoping it's not for a draft. I'm hoping we don't see a for a draft switch in here. We're gonna Thunderclap Araquanid and we're gonna Psyshock Pelipper. Okay, so switch in Thundurus. Now we know everything they're doing. And now we know that there's no what's it called? No for a draft. That's important. So we're gonna Snarl. No, actually, let's Thunderbolt Pelipper. And we'll just Psyshock the Thundurus. Let's see what the Terra is. Terra Flying, that makes sense. It's got Terra Blast then. But as soon as we get rid of this Pelipper, we should be okay. Actually, no, this is Araquanid. Soak onto Farigiraf. Okay. That's kind of scary. So is it? Is it going to be Terra Blast or an electric move into this Farigiraf? This is Oko. If it's Specs, maybe. Yeah. Okay, we should be good though to bring out Torkoal, because now they can't control the weather. We're gonna Weather Ball, and we're gonna Psyshock. Araquanid might Wide Guard expecting Eruption. But, like, it's got Water Bubble, so we're already not doing a whole lot of damage with Eruption. It has Protect, so it's not Zamazenta. Having Protect and Wide Guard seems like a lot. I don't think withdrawing Thunderous that much matters. Because this should still really hurt. Okay, so they didn't go for Wide Guard. That's important. Went for Liquidation. Yeah, with Water Bubble. It makes sense. Okay, it's got Life Orb. Okay, it makes sense, makes sense. Got one more turn to Trick Room. The Arachnid's like annoying, but the Miraidon needs to go. Okay, so the Thunderous is just gonna go down. Soak onto Torkoal, okay. This is scary. We're just gonna Side Shock and Eruption, or Side Shock and Weather Ball, but they're probably just gonna Discharge, right? Discharge and Protect? Oh, okay, just Electro Drift. And now the Liquidation from Arachnid won't do as much. Because now we resist it. Can we crit the Weather Ball? That makes our life easier. No. I haven't really got Stab anymore. So between Soak and Liquidation and Protect, I doubt this thing's got Wide Guard. So we should be pretty clean to go Weather Ball into Arachnid and Glacial Lance. I don't think, without a Helping Hand or a Terra, I don't think Miraidon can Oko Calyrex. Let's see. Oh, it does. Never mind. What a strange game. Spice Cake, thank you so much for the follow. You know, this is a really creative team. Definitely something that wouldn't work outside of like an open team cheat, but Cake, it's because I'm used to using my my spreads that aren't on this team. On the teams I'm testing like seriously for Worlds and stuff, I don't do 252 Cali. So I'm used to like literally not being able to be outcode. The Calyrex I test with for Worlds, it can't be O-code unless they Terra or have Helping Hand. It does like max like 98% or something with the drift. That was such a bizarre game though. Ooh, rank 28. Okay, we tend to be pretty okay into this. Yeah, we haven't really had issues with these types of teams much. We have Torkoal, I don't actually think we even bring Calyrex here. Depending on how they lead, we're probably just going to start like spamming Decorate on us for a Giraffe. We might not even Trick Room right away, depending on how they lead. And if we get to the point where Trick Room is up, that's what we have Torque Holes for. Can hopefully kill the Amoonguss nice and easily. Alright. So Calyrex Urshifu. So we're gonna Terra Water. And we're gonna Size Shock and fake out the Urshifu. Okay, so no Terra from my opponent unless it's Calyrex. No switches. This should be a clean kill on the Urshifu. Ooh, we didn't kill it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna Trick Room. And we're gonna try and decorate. Okay. Good, good. Oh, that's a good turn. Oh boy. We're Slice Shock Amoonguss. And we're gonna Wide Guard. I'm guessing the Calyrex might go for Glacial Lance, get like kill the Smeargle and get chip damage, a tiny amount of chip damage into my Farigiraf. I don't really want to decorate because of Rage Powder. And again, we don't outspeed the Calyrex, so we have to play guessing games around it anyway. And they're probably playing the game of like, does Farigiraf have safety goggles? Well, we know it does. There's a Terra. Water Terra on Amoonguss, which makes sense. So it can survive one Side Shock. Okay, so it did try to Spore the Giraffe. And they did go high horsepower to Smeargle, which is... I was going to be annoyed by it, but now it's perfect. So we're going to go for Torkoal. Going to go for Eruption and Hyper Voice, because even if we see the Pelipper switch in, Pelipper really doesn't want to take the +2 Hyper Voice and the Specs Eruption. Actually, We'll go Eruption plus Weather Ball. No, we'll go Hyper Voice plus Weather Ball. I'm guessing that's gonna be Pelipper. Yeah. So deal a chunk there. Torkoal's gonna be put to sleep, but it's really done its job already, so that's fine. How many turns of Trick Room do we have left? 2? Okay, we're gonna Hyper Voice again. And we're gonna switch out Torkoal for Raging Bolt. So that we can reset the weather. We can definitely take 1 high horsepower from Calyrex here. Hard switching the Amoonguss is a questionable move. But yeah, I mean, Urshifu just dies. And they didn't even attack the Torkoal. They were confident I was just going to leave it in. Okay, so now we're going to switch out Raging Bolt for Torkoal. And we're going to Side Shock the Amoonguss to make sure it goes away. What is she thinking about? Okay, went for this 4. Torkoal's already asleep. Higher horsepower doesn't finish me off. We go for the Side Shock. Take out the Amoonguss. The Smeargle on our team isn't reliant on Moody. It's just there as because of, like, the other abilities don't do anything to benefit it, and like occasionally Moody can be helpful. We're not really trying to buff the defense anyway, but once in a while Moody gets the speed drop, and when it gets the speed drop, it lets us outspeed Ursaluna and Calyrex with the Decorate. On the Ryan Collins Smeargle team from Reg F, they went for Technician because a speed boost or a speed drop would affect some of the specific stuff they were trying to do with it. Because on this team we're not doing anything specific with Smeargle in terms of speed tiers, we keep it at Moody. Because once in a while, the drop is once in a while helpful. It's the same as when you have like the empty move slot on like Dundozo or Tinglu or Torkoal and you throw Fissure on there. You don't throw it on because you're relying on it, you throw it on because like it's better than nothing. Although Moody with a Jackpack is also really fun. Alright, Raiso Fly. Azatian team, that's a Palafin! Oh my goodness! So it's a rain team with like manual rain and then like a Zacian like kind of balance. Weirdly, this is one of those few times I think we want to actually lead like for Redraft Calyrex together. And then go like Torkoal Bolt. Zacian, and we've got an Amoonguss. So we're gonna go for Terra, Water, Glacial Lance on the Calyrex, and Trick Room on the Farigiraf. The reason we're Trick Rooming on Farigiraf is because the only way they can stop Trick Room now is if they spore. They have to kill Farigiraf. And I think we could take a Behemoth Blade, just barely. Versus if we Terra Farigiraf and like protect Calyrex, then we'll still have an Amoonguss to deal with after Trick Room's up. Stellar Terra. Okay, maybe we can't take that, but they might be attacking Calyrex still. Hopefully. Okay, this is the Behemoth Blade. And they went to... Okay, they did go to Calyrex. And we took it just fine. And here's the Glacial Lance, which should take out Amoonguss. Ooh, it didn't. But they went for the Spore into the Farigiraf. Excellent. So we're going to protect Calyrex this turn. And we're going to Hyper Voice, because that'll kill the Amoonguss almost guaranteed. And get some chip damage on Zacian or whatever switches in. This is just everything protecting. Yep, okay. We're still in a pretty okay spot. We wasted their Terra. There's a Zacian that can't really do a whole lot. We get Torkoal. So actually, we're going to switch in Torkoal for Farigiraf here. Because they're almost certainly going for a Spore at the Calyrex slot. They are not going to be throwing a ground move from Zacian. Zacian doesn't have a ground move. So we're having to see, like, at best, a Play Rough or Behemoth Blade into the Torkoal slot. And now this will outspeed Amoonguss next turn to knock it out with Eruption. And if they went for Spore into that slot for some reason, then Calyrex takes it out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so they go for the Play Rough. It didn't really matter. We're going to try to high horsepower the Zacian and Heat Wave. Okay, they withdraw the Amoonguss. They go for Incineroar. That's fine. Protect on the Zacian makes sense. So we're actually going to double into the Zacian here, because the Incineroar isn't actually as much of a problem as it looks. They can only fake out one of our Pokemon. So, and they might even switch it out, expecting me to switch in for a draft, or not click and fake out, expecting me to switch in for a draft. We're really not concerned about that in Incineroar, and I don't mind getting faked out here on either of my Pokemon. Because Zacian should still go down either way. Though if he has to fake out one of them, I think I would slightly prefer Calyrex. Okay, so they're hard switching Zacian. And that's Tornadus. Okay. But there was no fake out. Unfortunately, the high horsepower is wasted, but Knock off into the Calyrex. Makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna Trick Room again. And we're gonna switch for a draft back in case of taunt. If they go like knock off and Fleek Wind and it takes out Calyrex, it's not the end of the world. It makes us slightly uncomfortable. The Zacian is nerfed now, it doesn't have the Intrepid Sword boost, and Torkoal should be able to hit it really hard. And Calyrex, not Calyrex, Raging Bolt plus like for a draft can deal with the rest of this team pretty well. Okay, so there's Brain Dance. And what's the Incineroar doing? Yeah, the Parting Shot, okay. I'm guessing we'll see a Mungus. Okay, this is Zacian. I guess I expected high, like, Glacial Lance or high horsepower. So we're gonna Glacial Lance, and we're gonna switch in Torkoal. I don't really expect her to click Rain Dance expecting the switch, but even if they do, we can work from it still. I feel like Torn is just gonna switch for Incineroar, though. Yeah. So that's Incineroar, right? Yeah. So little. Close combat. Oh, okay. It doesn't even kill. Okay, so same as before. We're gonna high horsepower here. And we're going to Weather Ball here. So if they switch, they die. If they don't switch, they die. Zacian is probably going to protect. Okay, so this is the Tornadus. It's going to get whiffed by Weather Ball. And Zacian protects. So not a whole lot changes. Good call on my end. Okay, so there's the Incineroar again. Now we switch out Calyrex for a draft to prevent Fake Out. And we're going to Weather Ball into the Zacian. Okay. So it has a Citrus Berry. That's fine. So we're gonna get our Weather Ball. We're gonna block a Fake Out and get Weather Ball into Zacian, I'm thinking. And if Zacian switches to Amoonguss, we take out the Amoonguss. That's also fine. Yeah, so we're stopping the Fake Out. So like Among Us and Cineroar teams tend to be hard for Trick Room, but like as you can see from the way this game went, it's really just a matter of how you position things. Like my opponent's fighting for dear life, and they haven't even seen our fourth Pokemon yet. Okay, so it's worth noting that Incineroar outsped my Fridge Wrath under Trick Room, so we're pretty free to Psyshock there and Weather Ball the Incineroar. So Psyshock takes out the Amoonguss. Weather Ball probably does not take out Incin. But it's gonna do a lot. Badmon45, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, we got the crit, neat. They never even got to see our fourth Pokemon. We had the Raging Bolt ready to make life harder for them, but we never even had to show it. That was a really good one. That was a really good game. That's going to be going in the real video for sure. Oh, right, we are back after a short break. Oh, Mafu, we've been having some fun. We just featured a clip on the channel where Torkoal, O-Code, and Miraidon and Incineroar are together with Eruption. It's a really, really fun team. Yeah, here. Alright, Indeedee plus Groudon. What does the Trevenant do for that? I'm curious. Iron Ball Trevenant, that sounds crazy. Also, this seems like a pretty standard team. We go Smeargle, we go Fridraff, we go Calyrex, and then for this one we go Ursa. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's so funny. Oh, that's so great. We're just gonna like Hyper Voice and Wide Guard and Decorate for now. I imagine that Indeedee is actually going to Imprison. Or if they're clicking Trick Room themselves, that's fine too. It looks like that's actually what happened. Okay, so we're gonna Taro. Do we need to Terra? No, we're gonna Trick Room and Wide Guard. No. What do you do here? We're just gonna Hyper Voice and Decorate, I guess. I think they're gonna try and reverse Trick Room. So we're just gonna try and get the most out of this Trick Room. We're +4 on the Hyper Voice now, so we might be able to take out Groudon. Perfect. We destroyed an ancient god of the land of volcanoes, of magma, by yelling at it. We just yelled at it. Okay, so we can actually probably take whatever that Flutter throws at us. So we're gonna Side Shock and follow me. Because I feel like Indeedee's gonna follow me or Trick Room again. Oh, Helping Hand. We maybe don't take that Dazzling Gleam then. That's rough. Okay, that's fine though, because we have Calyrex in the back, and if we Terra, we can definitely take one Dazzling Gleam. And if it's Specs, we can definitely, like, it's gonna be locked in this Dazzling Gleam, so we'll find out. Ursaluna is actually gonna Protect this turn though. We're not gonna Trick Room, we're gonna Glacial Lance. Yeah, well, Glacial Lance will protect. Okay, there's a Protera for my opponent. And they're going for Fairy. So they're likely just trying to get the most damage out of that Dazzling Gleam. But even with Helping Hand, we should be able to take one. And then depending on what their last Pokemon is, they just sort of screwed themselves out of being able to survive the Glacial Lance. Hi, Rachel. Okay, so they're just going for the Helping Hand Dazzling Gleam. They're just going for it. Okay. Yeah, so it is probably Specs. We should live this though. And this is gonna be a hell of a return fire. Excellent. Rachel, you missed a really funny game against the Miraidon team. Check out this clip. I was wondering what happened to you. Glad your net is working again. That's good. Okay, yeah, we win. What's my opponent supposed to do now? We go high horsepower. We go earth power. They probably concede. And even if they play it out, they die to whichever one hits it. Oh, they can't even fake us out. So yeah, we're just fine. Easy. Easy, easy. I won't be streaming for like a whole lot longer, Rachel, but I'm glad you can stop by for a little bit. Gonna be going for at least another 20 minutes. Want to see how high we can finish. Oh, it's the hot Pikachu! That's so cute! Anyway, this is a really easy team for us to beat. Like, laughably so. No fake out, no real anti-trick room shenanigans. I'm not scared of this literally at all. No worries, Mafu. Thanks for stopping by. Have yourself a good night, friend. Okay, so we're gonna trick room. And we're gonna try and decorate. Yeah, I'm aware Pikachu has Fake Out, but there's not really a whole lot we can do about that. My hope is that they go for the Surging Strikes into Calyrex. We get the Decorate off, and then we can like follow me and start sweeping. If they go for Fake Out into Smeargle, that means we're getting Trick Room up anyway. So it sort of works either way. Oh, Endeavor, that's really funny. Endeavor we don't really care about though, it doesn't really bother us. We still get Trick Room. It must be Scarf though. Axelar, thank you for the follow! That's another follow goal right now. Right now we're just gonna become death for my opponents. Fun fact, chat. I'm pretty sure Glacial Lance plus Eruption kills this Urshifu. Yeah, Pikachu's pretty unfortunately bad. There's a blogger in Indonesia that I'm friends with. His name is Wood Tofu. At the beginning of Reg G, I believe, he made a Pikachu team, and it's kind of funny, but it's not really something you could play like in a serious capacity. Detach on Urshifu's, whatever. Fine on Pikachu, okay. It does. Okay, so the Pikachu was stashed. So that's good. We got some damage in. Actually, Pikachu being stashed is really good for us. In a few ways. Now we know... wow, crit mattered. Pikachu being stashed means we now know that Calyrex and Torrent aren't stashed. We get a boost on the Calyrex. Yeah, we're just fine. We're doing great. Ditto copies Torkoal, but it's likely Scarfed. And it has way less HP. So... Glacial Lance plus Eruption. It should still do it. What's the... I'm guessing the Urshifu is Terra? Aqua, I faced in round 1 of Vancouver, I faced a Weezing team. A Galarian Weezing team, where the Galarian Weezing was faster than my 100 speed delayed. It was pretty crazy, that's for sure. Okay, so they're going for the Eruption. But they don't have specs, and they were the weekend. So this Glacial Lance, it should take them both out. Beautiful. If I recall correctly, we have 2 turns left of Trick Room, so the Calyrex really can't do much. If it's Calyrex in the back. Excuse me. Oh, it's Ogerpon. We just win. 2 turns of Trick Room. Ursaluna in the back, that's going to lower the water damage from that. That gets lowered water damage from the, or Raging Bolt. Actually, I think it was Raging Bolt in the back, so it's even better. Nice Ditto. Nice Pikachu. I respect it, though. I never thought I'd see a hat Pikachu in one of these battles. Yeah, like normally when I see Weezing teams when I was playing Side Spam, I knew my Gallade could outspeed it. So instead of trying to play around the Weezing, I would just embrace it, and I would usually go like Helping Hand Psycho Cut and move on with my life. But this Weezing outsped me, and it had like no bulk investment because even though I got burned and sharpness wasn't in effect from its ability, it took like 70% from Psycho Cut. Oh, this looks miserable. I'm scared of all of this. I think we go Smeargle, Bolt, Kali, Torkoal. But, oh, that's terrifying. And also the player who has that Weezing, like, he was so perfect into my teams, but it wasn't like a good setup. He went 1-6. I was his only win. No worries, Rachel. Thanks for stopping by. The stream's winding down soon anyway. It's gonna be like this battle or one more after. Okay, so that's an Annihilate that has Protect. And we'll see what the Whimsicott can do. Okay, so it's got Moonblast. Okay, so we're gonna Glacial Lance and we're gonna Follow Me. Whimsicott might have Encore, so we don't want to get locked into Trick Room. That 8's probably Fire Terra. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no reason to Panic Terra there. Hopefully Whimsicott's not Sash, but I'm guessing it's the Sash Pokemon on the team. So there's the Encore. But now the Encore doesn't hurt us, so that's fine. The lock does seem to Follow Me, and if they use it on Calyrex next turn, they lock us into Glacial Lance. Okay, there's Drain Punch. Annihilafe's not super specially bulky. So, plus given the things I can switch in, yeah, we're gonna Glacial Lance, and we're gonna Earth Power Annihilate. Yeah, because I'm guessing my opponent's gonna switch in Kyogre here, and dampen the fire. Yeah. How much does a Glacial Lance do? If that KOs, that'd be great. Ooh. Beautiful. And the crit on the Kyogre gets some extra damage in there. Love to see it. Now Earth Power plus Glacial Lance should actually take out the Kyogre. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Aqua. I was like, what the heck? Like, it was so perfect for my opponent for that one instance of their life, but like, why? Who does that? Yeah, we're just gonna go Earth Power plus high horsepower into Kyogre. We're not gonna pretend Glacial Lance will do meaningful damage. Oh, that's annoying. But based on the remaining Pokemon on the team, we pretty much have this in the bag. We'll switch Torkoal out this turn. Hopefully they're not going for like Scald into Torkoal though. Scald into Calyrex, yeah, that's annoying. Please don't burn. Okay. One turn left to Trick Room. Yes, we're gonna high horsepower the Kyogre. Yeah, well, high horsepower plus one, and we're switching Raging Bolt. Okay, so we're just gonna end this Whimsicott's life, and that's perfectly fine. And this time they went for Scald into Torkoal, which makes sense. They wanted to take it out. That's a crit. That's great. Despite the +2, it's actually better for us to switch Torkoal in here. And we're going to go ahead and Thunderbolt Melodic. We know Kyogre has Protect, and it feels like it would use it here, or Calm Mind to avoid getting Thunderclapped. Melodic has only showed a Scald, so we know it's slightly less likely to have Protect. Oh, so they went for Thunder. So that was a good switch. And they went for Scald again. And they conceded in a very classy fashion. That's how we deal with Kyogre, chat. We make them concede. They got the burn, though. If they stuck around, they'd see they got the burn. Alright, that was a good one. Alright. Whether or not we continue after this game will depend on how this game finishes. If we are like if we win and we're like top 100, we're gonna keep going. That's the wrong Calyrex to play with Clefairy. Our only real concern is that Iron Valiant. So I think we can. I have faced it once while streaming, and we beat it really easily. It was very much like, oh, what's all the fuss about? I don't get it. Oh, this Team Aqua? Is there anything I should know about it? Like, is there any shenanigans that you know about that I should pay attention to? Disable. Wow. Okay. I think based on this team, though, we still sort of just go standard, because Calyrex doesn't really fit against any of this. So yeah, we'll go for Raging Bolt. Do you know if that Iron Valiant is sashed? I'm guessing it would be. Alright, let's see how we do. So Iron Valiant and Calyrex. We don't care if they Trick Room. And we can take a hit from it. Okay, it's Booster. What's the rest of this team like? Can we afford to not Terra? We'll Terra just in case they're aggressive. And we're going to decorate Calyrex for a draft. I'm guessing it has Quick Guard. If they don't have it for a draft, and they lead like this against a team that has a Smeargle, I feel like that thing has Quick Guard. Oh, coaching. That's scary. But we do outspeed the Calyrex still, and that's good to know. Okay, what's next? Okay, we've seen... Okay, so Urshifu. Okay, we're gonna Hyper Voice. And we're gonna follow me. Hopefully they go for high horsepower again. Yeah, okay. Jeez. Coaching Iron Valiant. I get it. I just don't see why that'd be better than spin like Urshifu and stuff though. I guess because you don't have to choice lock yourself. I guess that kind of makes sense. You could go coaching, wide guard, and yeah, I can see it. Man, I'm gonna have to write that down. It's actually pretty crazy. Leo Mastra, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, we're gonna go for Heat Wave and Thunderbolt. Hopefully Calyrex doesn't like this Thunderbolt. Oh no, Friend Guard. Okay, what's the Terra though? Of course it's Ground Terra, it's a Japanese team. I don't think Raging Bolt is broken. That's not really the right word to describe it. That's gonna kill. How much does this Heat Wave do though? If this Heat Wave crits and kills. No, okay. Does the burn change anything? Not really. Alright, well that was cute. In retrospect, I should have gone for Dragon Pulse. Because of how I need to stop. I need to start Dragon Pulsing Calyrex more of Raging Bolt, just because of situations like this. I think I'm gonna call it there. Spice Cake is not really random Terra. Like I've been seeing a lot of Japanese players love their ground Terra Calyrex. 423. Yeah, I'd say that's a good place to stop for the night. I did say I was gonna stop at around 3:30. It's 3:35. We had a really good stream. We won a lot of great games. For anybody who was here during that Zastrian game, I think that's one of the best like games I've streamed yet. I think we're gonna call it here. My buddy Shattered is still streaming, so we're gonna give him a raid. Thank you, Spice Cake. All right, let's go ahead and drop that raid.